it's meant to be the best against the best. And at the moment, there's a race for everyone that wants.
Now, we're just talking about going the distance of some of these festivals, and the length of some of these festivals might just dilute some of the quality of it. Of course, we weren't going to bring in Cheltenham Festival into this, but the talk about Cheltenham Festival going 5 days from the 4 days. AP, good idea or not?
Ask Barry or Nick.
Not good to go to you, so I'm guessing that's a resounding no.
Why? I'd actually go back to 3 days if I had my choice, to be honest, because I think it's meant to be the best against the best. And at the moment, there's a race for everyone that wants, there's 8 or 9 or 10 odds-on favourites at Cheltenham Festival now. Maybe not in your time, but in my time, I was talking to Richard Mooney about it. From 95 was my first festival till the first 4-day festival was 2003 or 4, was it?
5.
I can't even remember.
2005.
Istabrack might have been a shortish price.
Mm-hmm.
But 22 or 4 in a champion hurdle, watch any, actually Crebences or any of those champion hurdles, 22, 24 runners, so anyway, look, and look, Punchestown, it's the same thing, and Galway, but on a higher level, on a better class of level. Punchestown, there's a grade 1 each day pretty much, but it would have been much better if it was what it was 3 or 4. Look, we don't want to go back to it, but Cheltenham doesn't have the horses. There's not enough. It's too diluted as it is. You go to the novice chases, there's 3 or 4 runners in one of the novice chases last year. Actually, 3 of the novice chases, the National Hunt chase, I think there was 6, 4 and 5 in the races.
The Turners have suffered of late as well, the middle distance one for the novice chases.
And it's just.
So if anything, you go back to 3 days, Nick?
It's never going to happen. But
I think 4 days is probably where we're at, and it's probably right now. Okay. I mean, I get so in this particular era where all anyone's talking about is the
Cheltenham, yeah.
Well, no, but the pie is not big enough. Yeah. The sports pie is not big enough. You need to grow the pie. Cheltenham's the biggest asset. Grow your biggest asset. You get more revenue in. So I can understand why they were going that way, even if I didn't particularly want it. But actually, then they've done a study that's shown that you're actually not going to make that much more money by having a 5th day, because of the cost of keeping it open one more day. The overheads are huge.
And the
levy board said it's not going to generate that much more betting turnover.
And the problem you have then is you ruin the Gold Cup by having it on a Saturday, like they did with the Epsom Derby, having it on a Saturday, competing with Premier League or
it was rugby, isn't it?
or Six Nations. Just gets lost. The Gold Cup on a Friday is a great thing. It might be a different note. Go back to the Derby.
And they couldn't definitively guarantee that they would get it on ITV1.
No,
you become a second-class citizen sport. That's what you just go push down the pecking order. Whereas the days that it's on, it is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And
there
shouldn't be any racing on when the Cheltenham Gold Cup's on.
No, there shouldn't be.
It should be the only day. Should be the only racing.
It's the pinnacle of our sport, that exact race, the Blue Ribbon event. But Barry, so what if you, instead of going to 5 days, what if you moved it from, say, the Wednesday to the Saturday, and we got in that Saturday crowd that's being spoken about? But are we asking for the same issues as the guys have just mentioned?
No, that was one of the main reasons why the 5 days was knocked on the head, because of you're going to lose it. You're going to be runner-up to everything else. Mm-hmm. So the Gold Cup on a Friday, standalone dish, it gets the crowd both in person and on TV. So no, it was the right decision, and right not to dilute anymore. And I'd agree with Nick. They're not going to reverse the 3 days. I rode the 3 days and it was brilliant. It was intense. Where 4 days seems like a marathon in comparison. Some races, like you have the Boodles, the Fred Winter. It takes from the number in the Triumph. Probably not a bad thing, because it was potential carnage anyway. But it does. There is races diluted, but you definitely wouldn't want to take any more from what's there.
I'm glad that we all agree on this sense, at least. We've disagreed in so many of our other senses when we're ranking our list, but at least we're all in agreement that the 4 days for the festival is where it should stop for now.